Josh sent this little list. It's a list of Browns potential trade targets this year who are on other teams in the last year of their deal.
Right, so they'll be free agents after this season.
Correct.
So teams that might be looking to
offload.
Offload, maybe get something in return.
So let me pull this list back up, and we don't have to go through the whole list. There are a couple names that grabbed my eye. For me, the biggest one was Irv Smith.
Okay.
So that was one of mine.
That one popped off for me too.
Okay.
So it says here, let me get to him. I know who Josh likes off this list.
Oh, shut up. Actually.
We'll get to him.
Oh,
I know who Josh likes. But it says Smith didn't play terribly his first 2 seasons in the league, at a tough position to adjust to. 66 catches, 676 yards, and 7 touchdowns. We're fine, just maybe not what they're looking for in a second-round pick. He missed all of last year due to 2021. But he would have familiarity with Kevin Stefanski. And I've been on the record on this show a lot lately is we need another tight end.
Yep, we need tight end.
I've always liked Irv Smith when he came into the league. I think he's got a lot of talent. I think he's a good tight end.
And I think you could get him on the cheap.
He's young, so he's still developing. I think he could grow into a really good tight end for us.
Agreed. I think we could get him on. They're probably not completely sold on him, because of, his production wasn't all world, and then he missed all of last year on an injury. I think that would be somebody we could target if we don't go after one of these free agent guys. Tight end, to me, is the biggest need on the Browns.
I'll hit my other one real quick, Josh, and then I'll let you talk about your favorite player here in a second. But the guy that I saw on here that I was kind of excited about was Marvin Jones.
I knew that's who you were going to say.
Yeah. Just nice veteran. To me, I think the Browns could be in a good place as far as wide receiver, but I'm also on the record saying if we have any injuries at wide receiver, I think it's kind of bad. Our depth chart gets very, very small very quickly. So, to me, I love that. If we could bring him in, a veteran leader, somebody that could take some pressure off of Amari Cooper as far as if he's getting doubled. That guy, Marvin Jones, is still a stud, and he's getting older, and he's still productive, extremely productive.
He's I would use the word crafty.
Yes, and he's great hands. I can't tell you his highlights. Some of them are just one hand, tiptoeing, end zone catches. He's a stud.
I think if tight end's our biggest need, wide receivers right up there with it.
Yep, and defensive tackle. And there are some D tackles on here that I want to mention, but
let's not skip over your. Go ahead. We gave you the platform.
We gave you the spotlight. Yeah.
All right. So the wide receiver that I would have my eye on is not actually N'Keal Harry.
Thank God. Yeah, right, bro.
You got to
Where's Jarrett Stidham at? He wasn't even on this list.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm ready to go with N'Keal Harry's a bust, but I do like Nelson Aguilar.
Okay.
I think that he could add a dimension to our wide receiving core that may not exactly be filled yet. Mm-hmm. I think that he could be a good speedster that can get down the field, kind of a little bit, I don't know what if I want to say, a little faster than Donovan Peoples-Jones, a little more field stretcher than Amari Cooper, but he's kind of he's reliable in a you don't need him all the time kind of way.
Yeah, he kind of broke out for the Raiders big time.
Yep.
I mean, I think he had a couple rough seasons with Philly.
Yep.
Correct.
His career did not start out well.
Yeah, and then he went, and I feel like that second half of the season for the Raiders, I could be wrong on that, but he just kind of exploded, and he became that second guy, as far on the depth chart for Derek Carr. I like that. I mean, and especially if you can bring him in on a decent deal where he's just.
And if David Bell is going to somehow take over this number 2 role, which is kind of what we're hearing out of the camp and stuff, and I mean, reports on him are pretty high.
Yeah, really high.
Yeah. So, I mean, adding a veteran like Aguilar as a good depth piece could really help.
Yeah.
What about Darius Slayton?
I wouldn't hate Darius Slayton. I don't think he's.
I mean, his rookie year he had 8 touchdowns, 740 yards.
Yeah, he started out pretty hot. I think he's kind of tapered off, but he's got a quarterback problem too.
Mm-hmm.
And a coaching problem.
A lot of coaching problem.
And, you know
he's got a New York Giants problem.
He's one of these guys that could possibly just need a change of scenery.
Yeah. Not like N'Keal Harry?
No. And this dude ran a 4.39, 6'1", ran a 4.39.
He's shown the production on the field that he can do it.
Yeah, I mean, if he would have 2 years like that, according to Chase Claypool, he'd be the number 2 receiver in the league. There's some interesting people to look at. Who do you guys think the biggest need is? Let us know in the comments. Again, I think tight end and receiver. You're looking at an injury to Njoku, and all of a sudden your tight end room is bare, and you're looking at an injury to Amari Cooper, and your wide receiver room
is in trouble.
Is bare.
Yeah. I kind of like Bradley Roby, the cornerback, just because he's the Ohio State guy, and he doesn't have to be your top corner. He's
bounced around a little bit, man. It's crazy.
He won a Super Bowl, right? He was on the Broncos when their defense was.
I think he might have been.
Against Carolina.
I loved Bradley Roby when he was in college.
Yeah, he was really good.
He was awesome. But no, go look at the tight end depth chart, and it should scare you a little bit. I mean, and the thing is Njoku he's missed some games in his career.
Well, he's not going to, I don't think he plays every game.
No.
It just doesn't.
So
happen.
Now you roll in with Harrison Bryant and then the basketball player at 2. It's not good. And then David Bell might, if he ascends to be the number 2 guy, if Amari Cooper goes out, David Bell he's not going to be your number 1. That's not like his thing.
No, we tried to roll with DPJ as a number 1 last year. I mean, that's not his thing either.
No, so I think we're real thin there. Very thin.
And like you said, Justin, Aguilar really stepped up for Derek Carr. I mean, at times he played like the 1.
Yeah.
If he can hang on to the ball, he's good. His problem in Philly is, couldn't catch a cold.
Right.
He was Greg Little.
Maybe it was the weather.
Maybe. Maybe he didn't like Carson Wentz.
That's fair.
I don't think anybody does.
So, but yeah, those are some people to keep an eye on. Let us know what you guys think the biggest needs are. I know some people out here are trying to tell me the wide receiver room is fine. We don't need anybody. You're putting a lot of faith in Anthony Schwartz and DPJ and a rookie to really have big years.
Yep, and Amari Cooper to stay healthy all season.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, we're going to need some talent around Jacoby Brissett if Deshaun is suspended for any length of time. He's not going to be good enough to be the guy who carries us to wins.
Right, and there's no guarantee the whole team comes out of the preseason healthy.
Correct.
We might start with DPJ as our number 1, God forbid.
We're thin at some spots still. I'm not convinced the Browns are 100% happy. It's a little weird that they haven't made any moves, especially with these camps. You'd think you'd want to get people in, but there's no way they're pumped that their third tight end right now was a basketball player 6 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, and with training camp not happening till later next month, I don't know. There's time for Andrew Berry to bring in some veterans who you don't need them in here for these OTAs and mini camps and stuff. You don't need the veterans for that kind of stuff. Just get them in here for the team and get them acclimated and ready to roll for the season.
Yep.
Hockey fans, the pursuit for the Stanley Cup is on, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, has an unbelievable offer for the most exciting playoffs in sports. New customers can bet $5 on any team to win and get $100 in free bets, no matter what, win or lose. Looking to turn a small bet into a big payday during playoffs? With DraftKings same-game parlays, you can do just that. Create your own parlay by combining multiple bets like which team will win, how many goals will be scored, and more. It's your shot at an even bigger payout. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use promo code TPPN, bet $5 on any NHL team to win, and get $100 in free bets no matter what. That's code TPPN at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.